What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So on today, what I want to kind of talk about and discuss is being consistent. A lot of you may deal with this. You may struggle from it or struggle with it. And when you're trying to do it, you're trying to be consistent and you find yourself not being consistent, sometimes you beat yourself up with it or about it. And I have found that as much as I want to be consistent, that I will continue not to be consistent if I don't just do it, I guess. And what I mean by that is when I'm not being consistent, it's because I'm in my own head. It's because it typically, it doesn't tend to be me giving up. It tends to be me being in my own head. And what I mean by that is I tend to focus on if something's perfect or if something's right or how should I do something or how should I do that. And by doing that, I cause myself to waste time. And one day passes and the next day passes, and I find that by the time I look up again, I haven't been consistent. I haven't been doing what I said I was going to do or what I'm supposed to be doing. And for me, that can become very frustrating. It can be extremely frustrating, especially when you have your mind set on it. When you have your mind set on doing something and you have this mind that your mind is kind of made up and you're going to strive to do this thing, and it doesn't happen like that, you can get frustrated. Then a bunch of other stuff happens with that. So sometimes it's hard to be consistent, right? And something I have to remind myself is I am human. But if this is something I really want, I have to figure out how to be consistent. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, because I have struggled to be consistent. And it's very frustrating. It's frustrating that I haven't been as consistent as I wanted to be, as I said I was going to be, as I pushed to be, and that's all on me. For instance, today is March 1st. Hopefully I'll get this video posted, probably not today, but I'm trying to be consistent with a posting schedule. So I know I'll get the video posted soon. But with that, like I said, today is March 1st. And at the end of last year, I paid a coach, a business coach, a YouTube coach, a coach who is big into social media. I paid a coach an extremely large amount of money to teach me and work with me. And it's a coaching program for a whole year that I'm in. And I've been with this coach now since November. And since I've started the coaching program, I've only posted 2 YouTube videos. Now, this video I'm doing now will hopefully be my 3rd video, but I haven't held up to my end of the bargain. And that's frustrating because I paid the coach a lot of money. Just being honest, like I paid the coach $15,000 to help me, to work with me, to educate me on how to improve my skills with YouTube and with starting a business. And as I was sitting here today, I was getting a little frustrated because, $15,000, it's a lot of money. For some people, it might not be, but for me, that was a large amount of money that I pulled out of my savings. It almost emptied out my savings. And as I was sitting here, I was thinking about, why can't I be more consistent with posting? And if I can just be honest, again, it's because I tend to be in my own head. I tend to overthink things, overanalyze everything. I've literally, like I said, I've only posted 2 videos. However, I've recorded a total of 10 videos, 10 or 11 videos. And most of those videos are long form videos. Most of those videos are 20 minutes or longer, some an hour. But I haven't posted consistently for whatever reason. And a lot of it has to do with things not being right or perfect. Being honest has to do with editing. And then it has to do with, I don't know how that video will be perceived. But something that I was thinking about today was, I gotta get out of my own head. I have to get out of my own ways. And that's what I wanna share with all of you. If you're like me, if you're somebody who you're striving to do something different, you want to do something different, you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to become a content creator, you want to educate people or influence people or make people laugh, inspire people, then you have to become more consistent. And for me, I want to be more consistent because I know I have a lot in me to give, a lot in me to share, and I feel like somebody's missing out because I'm not sharing the information that I have in me. So somebody that's depending on me can't get what they need to get because I'm not on my job. And I think that if people would think like that more so or more often, we would probably get out of our heads more often. We would probably be more consistent. You may think right now that nobody's watching you. And I'm not even talking about nobody watching you on your YouTube channel. I'm talking about, you may think that nobody's watching you on your job or in your community or your family. But somebody's always watching you. Somebody's depending on you. Somebody's looking up to you. So with that being said, it's up to you as a person, it's up to me as a man to get on my job, to start doing my job, to start being more consistent, because if I'm not consistent, then I'm gonna let somebody down. And me, I don't like letting people down. I don't wanna let anybody down. I've struggled with that my whole life. Like, I'm one of those people who I wanna see everybody win, and I don't want anybody to suffer or whatever. But I'm kind of doing that by not being consistent. So basically what I wanted to share with you all is, you gotta be more consistent. I gotta be more consistent. You have to be more consistent. You gotta stop procrastinating. You gotta stop just twiddling your thumbs and just waiting for things to be perfect. I'm probably not gonna edit this video at all. And if nobody watches it, nobody watches it. But I'll be fine with that, because at least I know I'll be starting the process of being consistent. Whether it's 1 video a week, whether it's 2 videos a week, whatever you commit to, just be consistent with it. Me, I personally want to commit to doing 2 videos a week. So for me, I have to figure out how to be more consistent with posting. No, I think on one of my videos I shared that I would post every Monday and Thursday, and I posted one video on Monday and I never posted another video because things happen. And honestly, I'm not even gonna make excuses and say things happen, but I just didn't do it. I was just caught up in my own mind, in my own brain. And I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna keep being like that, because if I do that, then I'll be in the same place I am now, I'll be in next year. In this realm, in my growth, in my development of being consistent. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I want to be consistent. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to share information that I have in me, because honestly, I do have a lot of knowledge. I do have a lot of information. I've worked in corporate America for the last 17 years. I've promoted up multiple times. I've made extremely large amounts of money. People talk about how it sucks to work in a 9-to-5. I'm the proof that no, working in the 9-to-5 is it can be life-changing, right? People think, oh, you gotta be in, if you go to school or you gotta do this. I started off as a temp associate. I started off working for a company called Manpower as a temp associate with the company I work for, which is a Fortune 100 company. I started off as a temp associate, and now I'm a director of operations for the same company. The same company that the temp company hired me to go work for as a temp associate. Started off at like $9 an hour back in 2008, I believe. So I have a lot of information to give and share. But if I'm not consistent with posting and just turning on the camera, how are you all going to get that information? How are you all going to know what to do? So my commitment is to be more consistent. I actually have a little sticky note on my desk at work, and I literally wrote it on that my desk a few weeks ago on this note, and stuck it on my computer a few weeks ago, that why are you not consistent? It's probably been 3 weeks since I wrote that note. And honestly, that's what I want to do. I want to be more consistent. When I started off this year, I said I wasn't going to do New Year's resolutions, but I said I was going to commit to at least posting 2 videos a week. I said that at the end of 2024. And then my church, we do like this, we do a fast. We go on a 21-day fast at the beginning of the year. And part of that fast, yeah, we abstain from certain foods, but we abstain from social media. So I said, okay, no social media throughout the month of January, but come February, I'm gonna be consistent in post. I posted 1 video in February. And it's embarrassing because I'm one of those committed people. So, yeah, my commitment is to do better. It's to be better. It's to be more consistent. It's to post weekly like I'm saying I am. That way I can help somebody. With that being said, I don't know how you feel about this or what you think about this, but it would definitely be helpful if you would leave a comment. If you like the video, if you subscribe, it'll definitely help the channel. It'll hopefully help this information get out there. I'm sure a lot of you are like this, so definitely want to know what you're struggling with. I honestly do. Maybe there's something you can help me with to be better. But, all right, until the next time, appreciate you for logging on and watching the video. But yeah, I'll see you around. Later.